Welcome to In Your Face Real Estate with Audra O'Neal.
Hey everyone, my name is Audra O'Neal. Thank you so much for joining in today. We are going to be doing this every single week. We are going to do a 10-minute just a 10-minute conversation about something that's going on in real estate or pertaining to your house, just trying to give you value about how you navigate as a homeowner, buying real estate, and what your real estate can do for you. Okay, so today, we have a lot of people that talk to us about foundation. People, especially with so many people moving in here from out of state, and people are like, oh my gosh, what is this foundation thing? I don't want anything to do with it. And they get kind of scared off. And I've made it my mission to educate people on foundation to make them understand. Now, I'm not saying you don't walk away from a property because of foundation problems, because the problems could vary. It could be a $5,000 problem. It could be a $50,000 problem. Those are definitely on two opposite scales. However, typically, once your foundation is repaired, that house is more solid than it was when the builder built it. And a lot of people in your custom homes put piers in before they build the home. So that's really awesome. Now, something you have to know about most of our areas is that there is no rebar in the driveways. And that's one reason our driveways get all cracked up. That is a completely separate surface than the house of your foundation. Now, the foundation is caused because our ground here in Houston is made of gumbo. That's what we kind of call it. So you can kind of get a visual of what that looks like. It's made like gumbo. So it's just like this soupy material. And as the weather patterns change, our ground moves. So all the surfaces move, which is why your landscaping might be this far above your foundation, but then it's this far because we keep adding soil, we keep adding things, and it kind of changes over time with the weather patterns. So all of those things affect your foundation, and that's what we're going to talk about today. While you're a homeowner, the one thing that you absolutely 100% need is a sprinkler system. Okay, back in the day, builders didn't even offer this. And, builders typically give you a 10-year warranty on your foundation here in Houston and our surrounding greater Houston areas. However, what they realized was, crap, I'm getting call after call after call because people are not putting that sprinkler system in on their own. So it was interesting, over the last 5 years, builders have included the sprinkler system as part of one of their upgrades that they put in automatically. I wonder why. I'll tell you why, because it helps get that foundation watered. But you, the homeowner, must turn it on. Okay? Now, this is what we're going to talk about today. This is why, what, who, before you buy, during your ownership, and when you sell. So my name is Audra O'Neal with the Greater Houston Area Expert Real Estate. I'm a Greater Houston Area Expert in real estate. Now, why do we have foundation issues? We just talked about that. Because of our ground and our soil and things like that. So what do you need to do? Keep the ground moist. Monitor and manage the drainage around your property. A lot of people get French drains or some sort of drainage. Typically our yards are kind of graded so that your water drains from the side. Each of your yards kind of go into a slope like this. Typically, I'm not saying every single yard, but most of them. And then they drain right out to the street. That is the idea. Sometimes that doesn't happen. I just went to a house a few weeks ago and it hadn't rained for that time and it was just sopping wet. So I was like, okay, we've got to find a solution over here and figure out what's going on. First, we called the city. Then the city called the next person in line. Then we had to figure out whether that leak was coming from the street side, from a sprinkler system, from a busted pipe, or what was it coming from? Because that was too much water for the foundation. That was just standing water, which is never good in any part of your yard, especially if it's close to your house. Yes, you must keep it watered, but you also can't keep it overwatered. So you have to make sure you understand the difference to protect the foundation of your home. Okay? Monitor and manage it on a regular basis. Repair known plumbing issues. Plumbing issues are the devil. We have all kinds of plumbing issues. I think after the freeze here in Texas and Houston, let's see, in February, a lot of people started learning about their pipes, where they go, where they bust, all different things like that. Not only did they bust in the house, but all over the house. So you have to make sure that we're fixing plumbing issues, especially little sprinkler leaks. Those things, you can tell when you walk around the yard because, lawnmowers are always breaking those sprinkler heads. So we have to make sure that we don't have any sprinkler leaks where it's starting to water the ground. And then all of a sudden you have a puddle there for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, and that part of your foundation is starting to get a little bit wet. Okay. Watch out for tree roots. Tree roots, they're massive. And whether they're getting water or not getting enough water is going to figure out where those tree roots are going to grow, because the tree roots are going to go toward the water. So if they're coming toward your house, okay, you need to do a couple of things. If the tree is still alive and very well, you can chop off some of those branches and you can put in a separator. And we actually did that in one of our listings a long time ago. We put in this, basically it's like this piece of sheet metal, and they dig it into the ground. And it's like a straight shot all the way down to keep those roots from coming towards your foundation. Or you can just chop them off, start pushing them a different direction, and then put something there so that the roots don't go towards your house, because they will bust up your sidewalks. They will do all kinds of things to your house. So you have to protect the foundation of your home and your sidewalks to prevent from having to pour more concrete over the years. Okay. And then planting plants way too close to the foundation. Make sure it's the right kind of plant. And I don't know the answer to that, so don't ask me that, because I'm certainly not a green thumb. But talk to the people that are planting stuff. Talk to the people that have a green thumb at Enchanted Gardens, different companies like that, because those are where you're going to want to find out what plants are good to put closer to your foundation. Okay? All right, Cliff, you got to keep me on time. What's my time so far? I'm trying to talk fast, but not too fast, guys.
So far, we've 8 minutes and 26 seconds.
Holy cow. Okay, I got to go faster. So, thermostat and I was going to say vaccines. That's hilarious. Thermostat and vacations. So just always make sure that your sprinkler system is on point during those times. Tips to prevent your foundation. Water twice a day. Set a timer on your sprinkler system. Okay? That water's at every day at dusk and dawn for about 30 minutes. Now, we don't quite do that at our house. We do about 20 minutes, and it depends on how much rain we've gotten. Michael will adjust our sprinkler system to water the yard and the foundation appropriately based on the amount of rainfall that we've had. So you've got to keep that in mind as well. Always drain the water away from your house. Don't allow the water to collect. If you have collecting water, go and figure out what the source is. Either pile it up with more dirt, get a drainage system, but fix it, okay? And then implement proper grading. Plant trees and shrubs away from your home based on what kind they are. And then here are 10 warning signs that you're going to look for with your foundation. And that is exterior cracks, interior sheetrock cracks, doors out of their square jambs, uneven floors. I can put a marble, I can walk into a house and boom, I know that something's unlevel here, or they didn't put the floors in right, or something's wrong, because I can make a marble go from the living room to the kitchen just like that. Door frames and window frames are separating from the brick. Of course, brick cracks, rotted wood on pier and beams, bouncing floors, tile cracks, and expansion joint separations. Expansion joints are basically this rubber gasket that's on all the outside of your exterior where the brick comes together. They have to put that in there because the houses move. And if they don't do that, then the brick's just going to crack in half. So basically, if those are coming apart, that is another sign of foundation. So that's just a quick thing. I also want to give a shout out to my 2 favorite foundation companies that we always go to, because you have to have a foundation warranty. When you are selling your home, typically people are going to want the drawing before you had your foundation work. They want the drawing after you finish the foundation work. Make sure that the foundation company gives you post drawing so they can see the difference of what the work did. Okay, if it was 4 inches out of level over here, you want to make sure that after the work was completed, you get your measurements, because then when you go to sell your house, or if your house moves again, they're going to need these measurements so that they can remeasure to see where the house has moved in order to either do the warranty work or to see if your house is still moving in a different direction or what the cause or what's going on. Okay. Make sure you get your post drawings and then get your foundation warranty and know what the transfer process is. Get all of your paperwork ahead of time, scan it, keep it in a safe place. It will be very important no matter when you sell. Now, the last piece of information that's super important. If you are buying a house with foundation work, make sure you get your warranty transferred immediately. You typically have 30 days or less based on the company. Okay, 2 different times recently, I went to sell the houses, but the buyer, when they purchased the house, did not get their warranty transferred to them. Okay, make sure you get the warranty transferred immediately. Find out the process, get it done, get the paperwork, put it in your files. Make it a checklist item when you buy a home that's had previous foundation work. Okay? And then my 2 favorite companies are Structured Foundation and Jericho. Jericho I've been using for many, many years. Structured we've added in the last 12 to 14 months. They have definitely done a very good job for some of our homes. So we want to give a shout out to both of those companies. They are Audra O'Neal approved. And thank you so much for watching. How am I doing on time, Cliff?
We're at 12 minutes.
We're at 12 minutes. Okay, Audra can't talk for 10 minutes. I'm going to have to change that time. All right, guys, I hope you got some value out of this video. If you have any questions about foundation, please give us a call about buying or selling your house during that time, or you can call one of our trusted companies, Jericho or Structured. Thanks so much. Have a great day.